decisions. But the NBA right now, they're on hallucinogens because it does not make any sense whatsoever what is happening with this lockout. It makes no sense what's happening with anything. And this crazy notion that I keep hearing every sports broadcaster say, when the players start missing paychecks, that's when they'll get back to the table. Let me tell you something, folks. NBA players make a ton of money, right? That's not a news flash. But if you're trying to tell me that an NBA player who's played in the last couple of years doesn't have any money saved and cannot survive in this economy, something's wrong with them. The NBA has been stealing money from us, folks, because their product has been absolute garbage for the past decade, and the salaries in that league is ridiculous. So I can understand the owners trying to decrease the salaries of the mid players and the lower level players and still giving the superstars money like they do in hockey. But I don't want to hear this nonsense about when the players start missing paychecks. When the average player's salary in the NBA is over a million, is like I think $3 million or something like that. It might even be even more. I don't want to hear that nonsense, and no fan wants to hear that nonsense because I have three jobs, and I'm only getting paid by one of the jobs that I have, and I'm still don't have any money. And so, don't start talking this nonsense about when the players start missing paychecks, this is that and the other thing, because nobody wants to hear it. Because their paycheck is still much more money than I've seen in my whole lifetime in 43 years. This strike, lockout, whatever, is stupid. It's only because these owners who have two teams, a hockey team and an NBA team, basically are saying, look, this is what we did to the hockey players. We gave them an ultimatum. We took the game away from them. They don't make as much money as NBA players, so they needed to come back to work. NBA players don't need to come back to work because there are outlets for them to go anywhere around this world to play because people will pay because they are NBA players. Simple as that. Yes, it's a top heavy league. Yes, it's a star driven league. But I guarantee you, if Lamar Odom was holding a basketball game somewhere, I guarantee you people would go see it. And so spare us this nonsense. Tell the folks the truth. And the truth of the matter is, you don't want to pay these salaries anymore because you feel that you can strong arm these players like you strong arm the players in hockey, these owners who own hockey teams and NBA teams. And the owners are listening to that instead of realizing that you just had a great season, and trying to capitalize on that so the teams that have been losing money can make some money. Because what's going to end up happening at the end of the day, you're going to lose franchises. Because every player in the league is going to say, you know what? I want to play with this guy. And teams like Sacramento, teams like New Jersey, teams like New Orleans, who are about to lose major players because teams and players don't want to play in these cities across this country, it's going to kill the game. And so, don't be surprised, folks, at the end of all this, if there's no NBA teams, if you start seeing teams start to contract, and you start seeing teams, you know, start losing players. This strike is going to go through the whole season because it doesn't make any sense. What player in their right mind wants to play in a league or play in a sport when the league wants to take money from them? Hockey did it, and look where hockey is. Hockey's not on TV anywhere where you can see it, is it? The inmates don't need to run the asylum. They just want to be paid for doing all the work. I want to thank you all for listening to my show this week. Halloween's coming up. Be safe out there in the next 10 days leading up to it. Peace.